In Containment, your character, Dr. Lommers, has come to Atlanta. There's a possible contagion outbreak. Can you tell us what you did to prepare for this role and what drew you to the role?
What drew me to the role was Julie Plec, because I was already working for her on the originals. And in pilot season, word gets around that there are certain pilots that are like, excuse me, the gold ticket to the Wonka factory. And Cordon, as it was named at the time, was one of those. One of two or three. And it was extraordinary because my management team called and said, oh my gosh, Julie Plec's got this amazing pilot, it's hers, everyone's talking about it, you have got to get in and see her. And sometimes it's hard to even get in the room to get an audition. And if you really believe in something, you can self-tape, or if you're out of town, you can self-tape. And I just happened to be working for her, we hadn't met yet. And I didn't realize that she'd seen my work, some dailies already, and was really enjoying what I was doing for her on the originals, and she said, absolutely, bring her in. So they snuck me in just before my flight to go back to Atlanta to keep shooting on the originals. And it all happened very quickly. Pilot season, I forget how quickly it goes. So I got on the plane, I started filming that day again, and by that night, I think I'd been told, I got a call from my manager saying they want to screen test you for the role. So in preparation, to go back to the other part of your question, I had been told by my manager that it was based on a Belgian series and that he could send me some links to see the series. And I could have watched all of it if I wanted to, but partway through I decided to stop because I was already so into it and I didn't want to get attached to their version. And I just had this feeling that I was going to be doing it. So I just stopped and I thought, okay, and I was like, the lady who plays Sabine in the original series is very different to me, but I could see the qualities that they were probably looking for in the American versions, and I knew that was something in my wheelhouse, that cold, hard matriarch, it was an amazing time because they couldn't fly me back to do the screen test that all the other actors were doing together. So I think most of them met on the same day in the screen test. I was in Atlanta and I was on set shooting the night shoot on the originals, and they cancelled the next day of shooting, declared a state of emergency. They were expecting huge snow to come into Atlanta. And so even though I had the day off in order to do something for them in Atlanta, and David Nutter, our director, was there at the time, I had to make my way in a car to meet him in what was declared as a state of emergency. And they were saying on the radio, pack your bags for like overnight or 2 nights just in case you drive somewhere and get stuck, have some food with you, what have you. So I go to see David Nutter and they said, so we're going to take you with David Nutter as if that's your screen test, because at least you'll be working with the director and you would be working with someone like that at the screen test. So he just taped me again, and he was super sweet, and it was this really, I was in this really privileged position of having this special time with David, and we walked out of the studio where we ended up filming the series, and the snow started to come down, and I said, oh, I wanted to get some supplies before we might get snowed in for the weekend. He said, I suggest you go very quickly and do that, and we head safely home. So the timing of it was so extraordinary.
Were you going to get any more backstory on your character?
I was given very little. And I think it's really interesting because the person who would actually perform this function for the US government is appointed directly by the president. He or she has to give the nod. And even though her official title is, I think, the Assistant Secretary for Health, Safety and Preparedness, she's the one on the ground. So she's so high-ranking. If I was to actually sit down with the real person who has that job, there's probably very little she could tell me. In reality, the things she's seen, the things she knows. And maybe one day when she's retired, maybe she'd have a lot of stories she'd like to say in a biography. And I think Sabine is the same. She's mysterious because she can't give anything of herself away. She can't be personal. She has to be really clinical. So she's like all those doctors that we grew to feel uncomfortable around, who had terrible bedside manner. And doctors have had to evolve over the decades to meet the patient's needs. And even though they sign this Hippocratic oath to sort of meet the patient where they're at and really listen to them, medicine has really turned a very dark corner over the years, and we're now starting to sort of change that. I think she's from that very old system where she has to lock down and just be extremely focused and get the job done. Because the stakes are higher for her than almost anyone else. Because if she messes this up, it's over for everyone, not just the city, but possibly the world.
Now, do you create your own backstory since they didn't give you any?
Sometimes. It's a good question. A lot of my work is done by sort of gut and instinct. I just feel into it and I know what they want me to bring to the canvas. And sometimes it's been shocking. I've read an episode and there's a piece revealed about her. I'm like, whoa, okay, didn't see that coming. And there's a classic line that they say about actors, you can't say as an actor, my character would never do this. It's absurd. Because a character is a character, not a real person. So being able to predict what they would do there's a level of absurdity to it. That said, there are certain things that a character stands for, and there comes a time where an actor will have to say, especially a seasoned one, this is not appropriate in terms of the story we're telling. How can we shape this so that it works for everyone? So you do have to fight your battles, but in this instance, I've just been really surprised by the things that are sort of drip-fed about everybody. The way the story is progressing, and I'm looking for those. I'm such a love bug and such a cheeky, sprightly sort of soul that not being able to be playful and not being able to expose more humanity is a challenge, and it's a good discipline to have as an actor to just.
Now, was the character written as an American, and instead of using your beautiful Australian accent?
They were open to it. It's just that when they cast George Young, they thought there were too many Commonwealth accents already, so I had to do the US dub. I'm being given the wrap-ups. Thank you so much.